So we have with us the National President of the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, Narto, Alhaji Lawal Yusuf Uthman. Welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Bios.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. So yesterday, as I said, there was a message going around on WhatsApp and all over social media that NNPC imported PMS with high sulfur, and marketers have been advised not to sell, especially marketers that loaded from particular cargoes, and they gave us certain stations not to buy from. And this morning, we're also hearing that there's an issue of operational costs, and that Narto was going to withdraw his haulage service. So could you tell us exactly which of these, or if it's both, are the reasons for the current queues we're seeing at the petrol stations?
I want to believe that the issue of the contaminated fuel has affected the supply across the country, because you will observe that most of the depots have so many of our trucks laden with the products, and from the depots they could not go to respective designed filling stations. That is one factor. But the major factor, to our belief, is the Narto side, which is the high cost of diesel, which is a major component of our expenditure. For example, our concern is the freight rate. The freight rate in Lagos is 2 naira 14 kobo. So if you have a 40,000 truck, it means you are going to be paid 85,600. And that will come in about 3, 4, 5 months. Meanwhile, your immediate expenditure before you embark on that journey, one, you have to pay loading fees, is about 40,000. You have to pay 100 liters to the driver to go around at current rate of 400 naira, that's 40,000. You have to give driver allowance of 5,000, that's 85,000. As against what you are going to be paid in 5, 6 months, 85,600. So how do they add up? The cost of brand new vehicle today is 50 million naira. The combo vehicle is 25 million naira. Before you buy tire, 30,000, 40,000. Now you buy it 130, 140. You buy battery before 30,000. Now 60,000. You do lab for engine oil, for service, engine oil 20,000 before. Now it's 40,000. Every other thing has doubled. But our freight rate remains stagnant. But we are not, most of these people that you see have parked, they have not parked because we've not told them to park. They parked because there's really no business anymore.
Right.
There's really no return on this, if it is really a business. Because what you spend is what you get. And you get it in 5 months. And the high cost of the no return on investment. No return on investment. And the major part is one of the major parts is the high level of insecurity, the bad roads. You know, there is no guarantee if you have a brand new vehicle, you load even from Lagos to Kaduna to Abuja. There is no guarantee that 1 or 2 tires will not burst, which is if you do 300,000. You know, lots of shortage, because it's really very, very, very difficult to operate under this climate. Knowing fully well that today we don't have pipelines, it means we 100% more or less rely on these trucks. So there is need to ensure these trucks have available and serviceable, and we have the investor has some gain. You know, people are gradually getting out of this business because there's no gain in the business, if it's really called business. I must confess to you, myself, I have diverted some of my trucks to container, because once they load, I get immediate deposit, and I use the deposit to fuel. This one does not come immediately and does not add up.
I just want to get clarity. So this present scarcity is the distribution and the trucks, and it is nothing to do with the sulfur in the petrol.
No. You see, I'm not competent to talk about the sulfur. But the truth of the matter, what I know is that the sulfur is not just up to 1% of the total supply of the petroleum product available. They have about probably 1 billion liters, and probably 100 million is 100 million is maybe 10%. Okay, 100 million is more or less with sulfur. People still contaminated. If you ask the physicists, they may not still contaminated. There may be some overlap, but I'm not competent to speak about the
Thank you very much, Alaji.
So whatever it is.
I've heard people complain about that running this oil and gas business is no longer profitable, and that most of the policy is stifling profitability of the business. So people are divesting from this investment. A lot of people have moved out of it. But as a government, we need to think far ahead.
No, we need to just stop paying subsidy and let business be run the way business should be run.
Murayo, look, let me tell you something. Yes,
because there's someone paying the price.
I hear you about this subsidy. I hear you.
It's a scam.
Listen, I hear you. The point is, what it will do to Nigerians. I remember I just sat here and said, diesel.
She's feeling it.
And I'm telling you that kerosene too is not, they're not paying subsidy on kerosene. No. And are we not paying subsidy? Are we not buying kerosene? Isn't the poor of the poor using kerosene?
Excuse me, when gas started increasing, did you not start hearing it?
Yes.
Were people not complaining?
Yes.
You were complaining because it was affecting you directly. We don't use kerosene, so we don't really feel it. But when you start to feel the pain, I am feeling diesel because I use a diesel. My business uses diesel. So I'm feeling the diesel. You're not making enough profit to keep buying diesel, and NEPA keeps taking light and keep giving you big bills. Wait, so if you remove subsidy from fuel, and there is nothing to cushion it, well, Nigerians will groan, including you that you are shouting, well, you will groan, you will cry, you will cry. Well, when you say I'm running here for business, you say, please, business, come and meet me in my house. But when you think of the transport you will use, I'm telling you, we all know.
I will reserve my comments because honestly, this is a very difficult conversation to have. I'm not going to go into this conversation. I'm not going to go into this argument with you.
We know.